How's everyone doing today? Today we're going to be talking about the Southeast Amplifier of Canny Valley. So, we're going to call this amplifier Imp. Just because I saw another YouTuber, I think Chedek used it, called it Imp. And frankly, I'm too lazy to actually name it. But, this is going to be called Imp, and we're going to be going over the East Tunnel. So, we're at the Storm Shield right now. It's going to be all the way to the southeast, and it's going to be over here. So, we're going to be talking about the East Tunnel today. It's going to be a variation on Chedek's pathing. He came up with a good tunnel to where he passed him up this left side, and then brings him out there, and then brings him over towards the amplifier. We have a pretty big modification on his tunnel, but go check him out. He makes some good content over there. So first we're going to go over the tunnel. We're going to go over how to make block off, all the traps, an in-depth look at the tunnel, all the spawns and everything, then we'll be good. Alright, so looking at the tunnel. So we're going to come all the way up here. They're going to path all the way to the left over here. They're going to come up this ridge, this ramp, which actually should be doing this real quick. They're going to come up here. They're going to get hit by a wall launcher back. They're going to get recycled. They're going to get hit by a bunch of sound walls. They're going to get hit by ceiling drop traps. They're going to come over here. They're going to be like, oh crap, that's a lot of block off. They're going to walk all the way around here, get hit by some ceiling electric fields, have a wall launcher that pushes them all the way back here. They're going to get hit by a tar pit. They're going to get hit by another wall launcher. This wall launcher sends them onto this little bridge. They're going to come over here. There's another wall launcher sending them back. And then there's 3 wall launchers that are going to be sending them out here. The small husks are going to get sent far, and the big husks are going to land right here, walk all the way over here, up here, and then come back. So the reason I just placed these 2 things is I have an idea that's going to make this tunnel even better. But, okay, so let's go over the spawns real quick, because those are rather important. So there's a spawn right here. There's a spawn near the amplifier, and it takes all the spawns all the way over to here. So it's basically just this long little pathway that all the spawns are here. Alright? There's no really, like, unique crazy spawns for this amp. But first, let's go over how to make block off and the techniques we're going to be using for this. So the main technique we're going to be using for block off and how we're going to get the husks to path the way they want is we're going to use a concept called a sandwich, a full sandwich, and a half sandwich. A half sandwich is a cone facing the direction you want to protect. You're going to surround it in walls. What this is going to allow you to do is if, say, a husk wants to go to the east, they have to break through 1, 2, 3 layers. So that's going to be a half sandwich, which is a cone surrounding walls. A full sandwich is, say we want to protect them from going to the east. We're going to edit a floor piece with the tiles taken out from the west. We're going to put a cone up, and we're going to surround it in walls. This is going to provide some little bit of additional layering, so they technically see the floor as a layer as well, but it's not going to count as like a full layer. But it's good for compacting a lot through. So 1, 2, 3, 4 things they have to beat through. Alright, so that's our concept of sandwiching, and the more layering you have in between the objective and their husks, the more you can path them a certain direction. Alright, so let's talk about traps now. What do we use in this? We're going to be using ceiling drop traps, which are going to be element physical, critical rating, critical damage, durability, reload speed, durability. These are going to be for the spawn trappy ones. These are going to be for the actual kill ones. These are going to be physical, crit rating, crit damage, damage, reload speed, durability. We're going to be using ceiling electric fields. These are going to be element energy, critical rating, reload speed, damage, crit damage, increased building health. Let's see. We're going to be using tar pits. These are going to be all durability. We're going to be using sound wall. These are going to be all as many reload speed perks as possible, all durability, and effect duration. We're also going to be using wall launchers, and these are just going to be 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed, 1 durability. And I think outside of wall spikes, which I just have heals building attached, and damage, I think that's all the traps we use. Outside of heals building attached, broadsides, and wooden floor spikes, and you'll see why we need those. Those aren't for damage, those are for another purpose. So let's go through an in-depth look at the tunnel and how to build it. So let me place these real quick because I think these will make the tunnel about 10 times more effective as well. Alright, so they're going to be spawning right here. So their normal pathing is they're going to come up this little ramp over here, but we have this blocked off. So that's a good thing. We're going to take them up our own pathing. So they're going to come up to over to here to the left. We're going to leave this space blank, and we're going to use this ramp as a reference. We're going to place a wall with a sound wall on it, and then a ceiling drop trap above. We're going to come up one more tile. There's going to be a wall with a sound wall and a ceiling drop trap above. These are going to be the double durability ceiling drop traps. What's going to happen is the husks are going to come up here. Any husk that has propane is going to get their propane taken off, and they're going to have tires that are going to fall on them, stun them, and knock them back down. So as we come up, we're going to have a ceiling, we're going to have a floor edited with the 2 tiles from the east taken out. And attached to that's going to be a sound wall with 2 reload speed perks. We're going to have a wall, which is 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed. And then we're going to have a edited wall so they don't end up in this little cubby hole with like this little edit. So, and above that, there's no damaging traps. We're really not supposed to be damaging them with, like, damaging traps that can light propane until later in the tunnel when all these sound walls have hit them. So, as we come this way, the reason we have this this edited floor piece, though, is if husks, like, get too close to this wall launcher, which they do sometimes, they'll phase through out into the back of there, and they'll start breaking block off because they have nowhere else to go. So, we have this so that they go, oop, and path right here. So if the phasing issues do happen, they have to be close enough to the wall launcher, which they won't be. And we also have this sound wall here, so if they do try to beat on this wall, they'll be sound walled and they'll start dancing and potentially get hit back by this wall launcher. As we come across here, there's going to be a sound wall across from it. I think this is a different reload speed sound wall. It's going to have 1 reload speed and instead of 2 reload speeds. Could be wrong. I placed it a while ago. So as we come up, there's another sound wall on the ramp. Now, as we come up, we're going to have block off behind, which I'll go over the block off in a little bit. But the easiest way to place these traps is we're going to place a wall at the top of this ramp, facing the west. We're going to place wall, surrounding it until we get to this little area over here. So if we go from the natural ramp, it's going to be 1 over, 1 to the east, 2 to the east, 3 to the east, and then to the west. That's going to be where the wall is. So we're going to place those walls. Attached to that, there's going to be a floor with a ceiling drop trap, another ceiling tile with a ceiling drop trap, and then it's just going to be covered. So as we come along, they're going to turn left over here. There's going to be no trap here, but there's going to be a ceiling electric field, another ceiling electric field to the north, another ceiling electric field to the north. There's going to be a wall launcher with 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed, and a tar pit. This is going to push them all the way over here. Then we're going to have a tar pit with a ceiling electric field. These are just AoEing anything that is over here, so we can nuke them down a little bit. We're going to come to the west. There's going to be a tar pit, a 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed wall launcher, a ceiling electric field. We're going to keep going forward. There's going to be a tar pit, a blank wall to the left, a wall launcher with 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed, and a ceiling electric field above. As we go forward, there's going to be an edited low wall. It's going to be a quarter low wall. This is for our stagger recycler for smashers. We're going to go forward. There's going to be edited low wall, so everything's on this right side. There's going to be a tar pit. There's going to be a 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed wall launcher, and there's going to be no damaging traps from here on out. So what this is going to allow us to do is the only thing that's really going to get this far is smashers. And smashers don't get launched by wall launchers. What they're going to do is they're going to step right here. They're going to get booped by this wall launcher. They're going to take 1 step, 2 step, and they're going to fall on this platform. The farther they get along that platform, they're going to see the shorter route as being walking along this platform, They're going to keep going, walk all the way over here, and they're going to restart the tunnel. This is something that Chaddick had his tunnel that I really liked, so we're going to roll with it. Because this way, if you push them off, they don't end up down in the, in the block off and ruin things. So as we go forward from this last one, there's going to be another edited low wall, a quarter low wall. There's going to be a tar pit, wall launcher, no ceiling like electric field or anything. Then there's going to be a tar pit, wall launcher, no ceiling trap. All right. So that's the basic tunnel loadout. There's not really much to it. This is enough recycling that you can get away with very little damaging traps along here. This is just to kill all the small things so that all the smashers that get this far get stagger recycled over here. So nothing will make it past this tunnel outside of mini bosses. I can guarantee that one. I've never had anything make it past this tunnel. I've had stuff break through that block off, but we perfected the block off throughout there, so that shouldn't be an issue. So how are we going to build this tunnel? We're going to talk about the block off. The block off's super important as it's pretty highly complex. So let's start at the amplifier down here where they spawn. So we're going to look at this little black piece for the east of this amplifier down low. We're going to start here. They can't walk directly through this area on this black piece. So this is like a barrier in itself, this amplifier. But we're going to start at this black piece. We're going to go one tile over, and we're going to place a wall to the west of it. We're going to go one wall, two wall. And this is going to connect to our block off from our tunnel east. We're going to go to the other side of the amplifier. We're going to place one wall, two wall, three wall, four walls. So we're going to go behind this. There's going to be, we're going to surround the amplifier and walls, but we're going to place a wall to the north or south of this little unplaced amplifier. We're going to place a wall connecting to it to the west, another wall, and then another wall. This is going to have wall spikes with heels building attached to it, because some husks will end up over in here. It's unavoidable. They'll hit, though sometimes assassin husks and stuff will get far enough into this, or blasters will be weird. Just weird stuff happens, and there will be husks in here somehow. So we put these wall spikes here with heels building attached, so if they hit this, it heals back up and it kills the husks. So as we keep going forward, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 walls, with these two with wall spikes. We're going to go behind it. There's going to be 1, 2, 3 ramps with no floors underneath them. So it's going to be half sandwiches. And there's going to be a wall on the south side of these. These are going to be just surrounded in walls. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3 walls, and it's going to be surrounded. So now that we surrounded our amplifier, we're going to come over to the north of the amp. There's going to be a edited cone piece, which is going to have the 2 tiles from the east taken out. And then there's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southeast. These are going to be surrounded in walls once you've got it edited. We're going to go to the east of this, and there's just going to be a blank tile with no cone piece in the middle, but it's going to be surrounded in walls. So that should be the front block off right here. We're going to come all the way over to here. There's going to be like a natural little outcropping up here. There's going to be a edited cone piece with a diagonal taking out of it. I don't think this actually does anything. I thought it would. No idea if it does. But if my tunnel works, I'm going to keep it. But we're going to surround that in walls. And then we're going to go hop off to the west, and there's going to be a edited cone piece facing the southeast, and that's going to be surrounded by walls except on the natural terrain side. We're going to take a step to the north. There's going to be this nasty terrain here. So husks are going to come all the way up this little terrain, and they're going to beat on this floor. So what we're going to do is going to place 3 floor tiles and then 3 cones on top of it. And we're going to upgrade that all to tier 3. Behind that, we're going to place 1, 2, 3 floor tiles. To the west, we're going to come back here. There's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southeast. And there's going to be a broadside with increased building health on it. It doesn't matter what you use here. Just use the trap with increased building health when protecting this. As well as there's going to be one to the north, a wall with increased building health as well. So this is just going to be a cone surrounded in walls, and each of those walls have increased building health. We're going to take a step forward. We're going to have a floor connected to that on this natural ramp with I think this is increased building health as well, wooden floor spikes, and then a cone on top of it, protecting it. We're going to take a step backwards to the north. This is going to be a broadside with increased building health and a wall attached to it. We're going to I think we have to go all the way up top, but I'll show you guys where we just left off. So we're gonna go boop, 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 boop. So right here is where we were. There's going to be the wall with the broadside, wall with the broadside. We're going to have a edited cone piece with heals built or with increased building health, on it. There's going to be a wall in between, wall, wall. Then there's going to be a floor underneath here with increased building health, wooden floor spikes, a cone, increased building health, and the cone. Wall, wall, floor with increased building health, edited cone into a ramp with increased building health up here. Then there's going to be a wall, wall surrounding it except for on the east side and on the south side. We're going to take a step to the north. There's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southwest and an edited cone piece facing the southeast. This is going to be surrounded with walls except for on the east side. We're going to take step to the west. There's going to be an edited cone piece to the southeast, a ramp, and then an edited cone piece facing the northeast, and this is all going to be surrounded in walls. We're going to take a hop to the west. There's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southeast, edited cone piece facing the east, and an edited cone piece facing the northeast, and this is going to be surrounded in walls. And this should be sufficient enough layers. So we're going to hover this so you guys get a good idea of the block off. So I would take a screenshot or do something right there, pause the video, as well as we'll take a screenshot of the initial block off, given a second once the hover comes back up. So this is a good view, but we can do even better with hover. So there you go. There's the block off that you guys should be making. It's a little bit complex. I agree with that, but it's really needed because there's 3 different war games modifiers that hit this amp. There's the meteors that drop from the sky. There's the safety zone where you have to only stand in the little bubbles, which destroys some pieces, as well as torn apart, which destroys traps and destroys structures. So it's a little bit annoying. So now let's talk about how we create this little bridge and another like little pieces of block off after that. So how are we creating this bridge for the tunnel? So we're going to come all the way over here up to our trap tunnel. We've already placed our trap tunnel and everything. We're going to come over to this little gap. We're going to take 1 tile and then 2 tiles over. We're going to place a floor. Attached to that's going to be another floor. And then we're going to hop down 1 layer and it's going to be a ramp. Attached to this is going to be a floor piece, a second floor piece, and a third floor piece until it's hugging this wall. And then we're going to go over 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tiles until we're hugging this wall. So it's just a floating floor pieces that the smashers are going to land on, and they're going to be like, okay, well, we got to walk all the way back over here and go through the tunnel again, because it's going to be the shortest path. Alright, so that should be pretty easy to build, and I'll hover that real quick so you guys can take a screenshot if you need be. So it's attached right here, it's going to connect over here, and then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles over. Alright, so now let's go over some of like the weirder things about this tunnel and the lobber shield and stuff like that. So we're going to come all the way back down to spawn. There's going to be a pathway up, right? But there's also going to be this path over here that flingers potentially could take. So we're going to have to block off in specific spots so that flingers don't walk and avoid all of our trap tunnel. So we're coming over here, this natural ramp. We're going to go no wall and no floor. And then we're going to take it 1 tile up and there's going to be a wall, a floor, and then a cone piece. This is going to block off this little ramp. We're going to come all the way to the east. There's going to be a natural ramp. This is going to have no block off on it. So if flingers thought this was a path, they'd come over here, come over here, come over here. And then they would try to come up this natural ramp, but we're going to block this off as well. There's going to be a wall, a floor piece, and a cone piece at the bottom layer of this wall. So the only other option would be to come all the way over here, all the way over here. And this is block or lobber shield for the south side, but they would have to walk all the way over here, and then they get hit by all the traps, which they don't want to do. And then this is out of their throw range right here, so we're fine if they come all the way over here. But that should be like little interesting block offs that we have. Let's see, what else do I need to cover in this tunnel? That should be realistically about it. Oh, the lobber shield. That's right, the lobber shield. The lobber shield is rather important. The lobber and flinger shield. All right, so this. Oh, we also have the block up behind here. Okay. Yeah, I get you guys. I missed a lot. Okay. So we're gonna come up to the top of this ramp right here. We're gonna place a wall to the west. We're gonna hop behind it. There's gonna be an edited cone piece facing the southeast, and that's gonna be surrounded in walls except for on the natural terrain side. We're going to hop over to the north. There's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southeast. This is going to be surrounded in walls except for on the natural terrain side. We're going to go to the north again. There's going to be another edited cone piece facing the southeast. That's going to be surrounded in walls except for on the natural terrain side. We're going to hop to the north again. There's going to be another edited cone piece facing the southeast, and that's going to be all surrounded in walls. We're going to hop to the east, and there's going to be another edited cone piece, and this is going to be surrounded in walls. This should be a wall launcher right behind here, and this should be a wall launcher right here. And this is, for reference, like at the edge of the little ramp, overlooking it. We're going to hop to the west. This is an already built tile. And then the west again, there's going to be an edited cone piece facing the southeast. We're going to hop to the north. There's going to be a wall surrounding this edited cone piece. There's going to be a floor, and there's going to be a cone above it. This is going to be surrounded in walls on every side except for the south and the east. All right, so that should provide sufficient enough layers that the husks that would like to go this path will walk all the way over here. And they'll walk all the way over here, all the way over here, and they won't go up that natural ramp up there. They'll just walk along this way. Alright, so let's go over the lobber shield real quick. So, we need to create a lobber shield attached to these wall launchers that we have, so that the husks don't throw over it, the flingers don't throw from down in the pit, which we don't actually have to create too much of a lobber shield. So, we're going to start at this wall launcher. The farthest along wall launcher that we created with our tunnel. We're going to go... we're going to have this tile placed on it. Then we're going to go 1 tile, 2 tiles over. Alright, so we're going to start here. Once we have this placed, we're going to go 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tiles. This is going to be 3 tiles long. And then we're going to go 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tiles, 4 tiles, 5 tiles, 6 tiles. And it's going to be a 6x3 grid right here. Once we have that, we're going to be at this little sandwich over here. So let me place floor piece or cone pieces so you guys get the block off a little easier when I hover. This is all going to be ceiling pieces. Starting at that, there's that wall launcher right here. That's going to be 2 over, and then it's going to be a 6x3 of floors underneath that. There are going to be traps underneath that you've already placed, so you won't have to build a lot of it. But there's already going to be traps under there. So now that we've built that, we're going to cover at this block off. We're going to go 1 tile to the east. There should be a ceiling electric field here, ceiling electric field, ceiling electric field, and then there's going to be a blank tile to the west, and then these are going to be your ceiling drop traps, these little stone pieces. So we're going to come all the way to the end of our 6x3. There's going to be a ramp starting 1 from this little edge of this little circular edge right here that's jutting out. We're going to place a ramp, and then we're going to place a floor attached, and this should attach to your 6x3. So we're going to place 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these with the floors attached. And this should cover your lobber shield, so we'll place our little cones up here. And you'll see this is what we need to build, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little modular lobber shields. That should provide a sufficient amount of lobber shield that the flingers want to go through our tunnel. So let's talk about amp design. Realistically, there's nothing special about the amp design. You just surround it in walls. So it's just going to be walls all surrounding the amplifier. But that should be it about this tunnel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the second to last tunnel that we're going to go over in this series. Which we are going to look for this amplifier, someone who has this amplifier, and someone who has the B amplifier. Or not B, the one to the west of B. Which I actually should note in this video. If you made it this far, we're going to go over to our B amplifier, and we're going to make a little bit of a modification, because I had flingers that literally, like, and I mean this for serious, took like a 10-mile route to go through at B. It didn't cause the amplifier to fail, but it potentially could, so that's why I'm going to cover it. We had flingers that would walk all the way from spawn over here. They would walk all the way over here, all the way over here. I had this ramp blocked off. They'd walk all the way over here, all the way over here, all the way over here, all the way over here. Walk up this ramp, walk up this ramp, walk up this ramp, and then go through this tunnel over here and throw. Like, go through the tunnel. Like, I don't know. Flingers are weird, man. But so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give them a route to fling from. So we're gonna give them a shorter route. They're gonna walk all the way over here. They're gonna come up to this ramp. We're gonna put a wall launcher, another wall launcher, a ceiling drop trap. So if they make it up to here, they're gonna get all the way back down to here. There's gonna be a tar pit with a wall launcher that sends them back down the ramp. A tar pit with a wall launcher, and that should be sufficient enough to like prevent the flingers from going there. As well as we're going to come over here, and we're going to place 2 walls that prevent them from going all the way towards the amplifier. The west side amplifier for northwest amp. But yeah, those are 2 little adjustments you guys should make for your northwest amps if you have my build, just so the flingers don't ruin your day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, leave a like on the video. If you guys have something to say about it, leave a comment in the subscription. I don't care, or in the comment section. If it's negative, it's negative. If it's positive, it's positive. Let me know. Make sure to leave a subscription on the video. We're going to be covering more content like this. I think after this, I'm going to try to do like an AFK Plankerton because it gives different rewards. Canny Valley gives a lot of legendary perk up. And Plankerton gives epic and rare perk up alternating, so it's like a 50% chance. So we might go over Plankerton after this, but enjoy the gameplay of this. Adios, y'all.